And then this is the haunch part. And I can kind of shape this haunch into the circle that it needs to be, because cats, when they sit, their legs sit like this, and then it makes a circle around, and their little paw sticks out. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna shape it into the shape I want it, like this. And the reason I'm doing this cutaway is because I want it to be connected. If I were trying to stick it on there, it wouldn't look as good. I mean, it would look okay. You could do it that way if that's the way you want to do it, but I just like this better. I think it gives it a more realistic look. So I've got his little haunch, and I'm shaping it and putting his little foot there. I'm going to do the other side as well. Cut my little piece out, cut my little triangle out of that, and then shape it. Give him the round, shape the haunch up there, and there I have my little haunches. And also, once I get this done, this will determine which side I want the cat to be the front, because one side always looks better than the other. I don't know why, but one side always looks better than the other. So I like how this side looks, so this will probably be my front. So I'm going to go in and smooth around here where his little body was. Now let me take a look at that. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like how he looks. And I'm going to bring his neck up a little bit more, because I want him to have a nice long neck, and shape his body a little better. There we go. Now we're ready to, I'm going to use styrofoam because I want his neck to be supported, and because I'm going to be putting a head on here and it's going to be somewhat heavy, I'm going to need some support. So I'm going to take a dowel, and I'm going to actually put a little bit of Crisco on it just to give it some slipperiness, and I'm going to take it right into his neck, and I'm going to corkscrew it down. As you can see, I'm turning it, I'm spinning it as it goes down, because if you were just trying to put it straight through, it would drag and push, and it would push all the fondant down, and you don't want to do that. So I'm going to corkscrew it in, and then I've reached the styrofoam, and I'm going to keep going because I want him to have some support. So he's actually now stuck to the styrofoam. So I can then take this and bring his neck up to where I want it. I'm looking from that way. Yeah, he's got a nice long slim neck. All right. And position my little feet how I want them. My little front legs and my little back legs. And now I'm going to take some more fondant and I'm going to make a tail. So a tail is just a very long, thin cylinder. So I'm going to roll that out nice and thick, and I'm going to roll a nice long snake for his tail, like this. And another, when you roll stuff, you always want to open your fingers as you roll. That's going to give you an even roll. But the other trick, which I love, is if you have fondant smoothers, you take a fondant smoother and you roll with that, and you get a perfectly even roll. You don't get those fingerprint, dents. If you try to roll with your fingers, sometimes you get dents in it. But if you roll with this, you get a perfectly even roll. So there we have our little tail, and I'm going to cut it. I want him to have a long tail, maybe not quite that long, like that. And then what I'm going to do to attach it is I'm going to make a point on the end that I'm going to attach to the body. So I've made a nice point, and then I'm going to take a tool. I'm going to make a hole in his back end, and then I'm going to put some water in there, and I'm going to put this point in there. That way it has something to attach to. So there you have the point. Now I don't remember which side I liked better. Yeah, I liked this side better, so I want the tail to come around this way. And then you can have it kind of curl like that. And there you have your little tail.